All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. It is April the 26th, 2021. I am Adam Grubb. That is Keith Stewart, and this is Stick and Hack Reacts, where we take a look at what happened over the weekend at the PGA and the LPGA and the reactions to the golf world. From Keith from ESPN Radio in New York City, and I, of course, from the Stick and Hack Podcast Network. All right, first off, right out of the gate, Keith, is Brooke Henderson. She won again on the LPGA. This is her 10th victory, and from all accounts, she is a badass. She is now the most winning Canadian golfer of all time, and she is 23 years old. Your reaction to Brooke Henderson winning yet again?
Well, first of all, my reaction to you saying badass. Can we say badass? Is that okay?
We can, and we did.
Because she's a Canadian down here, right, during COVID. Yeah. So she's definitely a badass. And she just won her 10th victory. Hasn't had one in 2 years. So she's in Los Angeles, right, at the Hugel Air Primera LA Open at Wilshire Country Club, which was just a fantastic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, la-ti-da, right? Which is just a fantastic setting for this historic victory for her. Hasn't won in 2 years. The redemption story continues in 2021. I love it. With the Hollywood sign in the background, I'm going to label this one the Rebel with a Cause, because she kind of plays like Arnold Palmer. I mean, she goes after the flagstick. She chipped in. The last hole, she hit it through the green, but she gets up and down. 67 on the final day, opens up with a 33, closes with a 34, wins by one over Jessica Korda. Fantastic. With the Griffith Observatory overlooking the golf course. Such a cool setting. Yeah. She is our Rebel with a Cause. Congratulations to Brooke Henderson. Big thumbs up.
Now, she is Canadian, yes, but she's also now a record holder. So she has more Canadian victories in golf than any other Canadian golfer, which is stunning in and of itself. But here's the stat that really blows me away, and I said at the top of this, she's 23 years old. She is that name that you're going to hear for a long, long time in the LPGA. But to rack up 10 victories and already have the record for the country at 23, come on, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, her sister is her caddy. It's just a great story, just much like last week with Stewart Sink and his son. Golf, family game, redemption stories in 2021. Adam, is that the best you got for me this week? What's next?
No, we're going to move to a listener request. All right, so part of the Stick and Hack membership gets you into our happy hours. And last week we did a contest for a victory. And John Ecklenbaugh, who is a member of Stick and Hack, pro member, by the way, and was part of our happy hour, won a contest. And so we gave him the opportunity to give one of the reacts this week. And so he has chosen the following. And it's classic and perfect. So this week at the Zurich Classic, the team event, they had walk-up music. Now, this is not something you typically have and get in golf. I love it. That's a bonus react right there. I love it. The walk-up music. But here is what they were talking about and choosing. So Tom Lewis and Thomas Peters, their walk-up music was "Bring It All Back" by S Club 7. All right. If you haven't heard that song, do yourself a favor and pass. It's terrible, but it is apparently one of the most uplifting songs. 2, Tony Finau and Cameron Champ. They chose "Freedom" by Queen Bee, and that's Beyonce, for those of you that are over 60. That is from her Lemonade album. That is a classic Beyonce song. And then number 1 was Cam Smith and Mark Leishman, whose names you might have been familiar with over the weekend.
Might have.
They picked Jay Powell's "The Mullet Song." Now, the question is, first of all, after this, go and YouTube all those songs, and you'll go to yourself, why did they pick those? They picked them for obvious reasons. They are funny, and because golf doesn't have walk-up music. So the question to you is, what is your reaction to golf walk-up music number 1?
I love it. A big thumbs up for golf walk-up music, but I do understand you can't do it every day. You know, we're not going to go down Magnolia Lane with the windows open, cranking the speakers to the Mullet Song. And you're right. If you haven't caught that one, get on YouTube and check it out after you finish with Stick and Hack Reacts today, because it's a classic video, that's for sure. But the main reason I love it is that because the Zurich Classic has positioned itself between two majors, kind of in no man's land on the PGA Tour, and it has an identity. And it shows some identity from some of the PGA Tour players. So, you know, again, a big thumbs up to this. In some cases you get personality. When you had Billy Horschel and Sam Burns picking So Fresh and So Clean by Outkast,
right.
Billy Horschel, Outkast, cool. You mentioned, Cam Champ and Tony Finau picking Beyonce, right? Well, how about Kevin Tway and Kelly Craft being relevant to the times that are happening right now in current events? And they took the Rough Riders theme by DMX because he had just recently passed away, a little homage to him. There's the fun side of things, whether you were Cameron Tringali and I think it was Roberto Castro. They did Born on the Bayou, little CCR down there in New Orleans. Morikawa and Wolf, they didn't make the cut, but they certainly made the cut in my playlist with Tupac Shakur, California Love, two California boys right there. But I kind of like the statement music, and I'm going to go with one you mentioned already, and another one which was Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay played Money by Pink Floyd, which I think is you walking up on the tee to Money, and those guys are pretty much money most of the PGA 100%. Tour season. That's a good one. But then, of course, the Mullet song by Leishman and Cam Smith, and then to come through and win. I love the team format, but I think I love the music even more. Those that know me, listen to the Pro Show. It's all about music week in and week out. We have a tremendous playlist. So I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan too, and I would love to see it every week except for the Masters. I truly would. I think that there's just something about it. There's something about in baseball, and that's kind of where it originated from, this walk-up music on into the batter's box, and they do it every single time that you hit the tee or hit the batter's box in baseball. That might be a little much, 18 times hearing California Love. However, I love it. I'm gonna tell you what my walk-up music is going to be. And I think this was John Ecklenbaugh's point, who is a Stick and Hack member and winner of a contest for the Stick and Hack Reacts topic. My walk-up song is by Dave Matthews Band. It's called "Where Are You Going?"
It's in honor of your golf ball. Is that what it is?
It is.
All right,
100%.
All right. I love the fact that we have this contest and that John won it, and the happy hour last week was tons of fun. And when he won, and he was so excited to give a question. I have two reacts to that. Number one, I'm excited that he gave a good question because yours probably wouldn't have been that good, not at least as good as John's. And number two is that I will share with you my walk-up song. I'm taking the Beastie Boys, "Pass the Mic." It's my favorite.
Of course you are.
It's an anthem.
So the Zurich Classic had two Australian winners over the weekend, which I think if for anybody that was watching them and watching that throughout the weekend, it was a great format, number one, but it was a great contest. Went into a playoff and they won on the first playoff hole. Fantastic golf. Congratulations to the Australians. Speaking of the Australians, there's a rumblings of one famous golf Australian that has said, "I don't like my country and I'm not going to be in the Olympics," and that's Adam Scott.
88 days to the Olympics, opening ceremonies. Another half.
Okay, so your reaction to Adam Scott saying that he doesn't want to be in the Olympics and be for Australia?
Big thumbs down. Big thumbs down. Because, and here's the thing, it's not 2016 again, where it was the first time ever. And, we were talking about concerns of getting to Rio and back and everything. This particular Summer Olympics, the 32nd Olympiad, represents a coming together. 209 countries, 11,000 athletes. When they pull this off, it's going to be a huge coming out party for the world. And I think that golf needs to play a major role in that. The host country is Japan. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Adam, but we mentioned the Masters earlier. Japan has the Masters winner.
Yeah.
It's just a huge coming out party for golf. I know Adam Scott, it's a busy time of year. They go British Open, they go Olympics, they go WGC, they go right into the FedEx Cup playoffs. But I think in this particular year, coming from a country where you are their lead golf star and you're on that side of the world, I think you have to make an effort to go do it. I kind of see the DJ thing, but at the same time, number one player in the world, this is a big moment for golf. Japan, the Masters winner, Hideki Matsuyama. I would just like to see everyone be all in. And I'm a huge supporter of the Olympics right now. I hope that everyone comes together because, like I said, just if when it does all happen and the torch is lit and the whole world is fixated on Japan, I think when we come out of that in early August, it's just a great sign of positive news in the world, sports, current events, everything, that maybe we're a little bit more back to normal. So big thumbs thumbs down for Adam. I like Adam as a golfer and everything. I just think, maybe his camp should think about that and get in there, because I think it's going to be a huge, huge deal in golf.
I think the problem is that once the dominoes start to fall, you start to see all these big names come off the board. Now, there's a lot of big names, a lot of great golfers, a lot of people that are going to support the Olympics. But the excuse of, hey, this is a busy time of year doesn't hold a lot of water for me. Everyone's busy. You're busy. I'm busy. We all have things we have to do. And in order for the sport to survive in the Olympics, which has this is only the second time it's ever been in the Olympics. I mean, let's put that in perspective. The Olympics have been around forever. And this is only the second time. And to say, no, I'm good. After 100 years of trying to fight to get golf in the Olympics, that doesn't do it for me. I love the Olympics. I love the fact that golf's in it, and I want to see all the top players as it's supposed to be. It's like the NBA Dream Team back in the 90s. You want your top people playing for those spots. And if golf's going to allow non-amateurs to be in there, you should take advantage of that.
Let's be honest. I mean, Adam Scott looks like Spartacus. The Olympics have been around since Spartacus, all right? I mean, this guy is the perfect poster child to go and play golf for his country, right? So big thumbs down on that decision. And you know what? I'm going to pick on Adam Scott. I don't know what's going on with his outfits lately, but man, whatever he's doing, those are awful too. So big thumbs down on that too. I think that it's just one of those things where, he's got to have a little bit more perspective of what's going on in the golf world right now, and he's got to jump in there on behalf of his country. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. Adam Scott, out of the way. Cam Smith, Mark Leishman, you're in, right? The Aussies are back, and they might be even better without him. So, a little rough day for Adam Scott. But you know what, though? I'm living my best life, Adam. It's lunchtime. It's Monday, and I have a bonus react for you. I'm fired up today because over the weekend, there was a picture that surfaced on the internet, and it was Tiger Woods with crutches and his dog saying, hey, rehab is happening, and I'm looking and feeling good. What's your bonus react to Tiger Woods' photo over the weekend?
Confusion.
Oh.
Why? Because he had one cast on. I thought he broke both of his legs. His other leg looked just fine. I'm very confused. It looked like he just had an issue at a soccer match over the weekend. That's how that picture looked. He looked radiant and excited, and he got to follow Charlie around at one of the juniors tournaments. I'm happy to see him out in the public eye. I was confused. He only had one cast because I thought he broke both legs, but maybe my information's wrong. My reaction is, okay. I mean, obviously awesome. He's out, but I want the picture of him on a first tee. That's the picture I'm waiting for. That's the picture that'll get me fired up, not him in a cart. Okay, it's like John Daly. Pass. I want Tiger Woods on the first tee. All right, Keith. Well, there it is. Stick Back Reacts for Monday, April the 26th, 2021. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for listening, and we will be back next Monday with Keith Stewart, Adam Grubb here for Stick and Hack Reacts, a look at the LPGA, PGA news of the weekend. Later.
Enjoy your lunch, everybody.